No fancy eggs today. Wasn't that something? How excited they were about those eggs. So how are you guys today? Cool shoes, both of you. Boots, sneakers. Very sharp, I say. Well, today is the first Sunday after Easter. And what happened last Sunday on Easter? We had Easter coming. But what's the importance of Easter? What happened on Easter? Jesus rose from the dead. That's right. Well, our scripture today is about the story of when the disciples first saw Jesus after he was resurrected. So in the morning, Mary Magdalene and the women went to the tomb, and what did they see? The boulder had been rolled away, and what was inside the tomb? Nothing, exactly. It was empty. So she went to tell Peter and the other disciples who had already come to see for themselves that the stone had been rolled away. So in our story today, it's evening on that Sunday morning, and the disciples are locked away in a room because they're scared. They know now that Jesus has been risen, but they haven't seen anything. But they're still very afraid that the same thing that happened to Jesus will happen to them. And all of a sudden, they get a big surprise. What do you think the surprise was? They saw Jesus. Very good, Ellen. They saw Jesus. And they were very excited. And they told their friend Thomas, who had not been there at the time. And Thomas said, you know what? Until I can actually see him for myself, I want to actually touch him, I'm not going to believe. So a few days later, when Thomas was with them, Jesus came back. And he let Thomas touch where the nails had gone through his hands and his wrists. And he let him put his hand in the wound on his side. What would you do if you thought somebody was dead and all of a sudden you saw them walking and talking? Freak out. Isn't that awesome? But if you saw that with your very own eyes and touched and felt them, what would you do? Do you think you'd tell anybody about that? Probably, right. Would that have an impact on you? Do you think you'd ever forget anything like that? And if somebody tried to tell you, oh no, that didn't happen, what would you say to them? Yes, and why? It happened. And how would you have that kind of confidence?
We would come back.
You would come back, but you actually what? You touched him. You saw it, right? With your very own eyes. And it's because of those people who actually saw Jesus and refused to let people tell them that they hadn't seen him, that we are really here today. We've never seen Jesus with our own eyes. But one of the main reasons we believe is because there were so many people who did see him, and they kept telling that testimony over and over. And it got written down in the Bible. And so today, we believe because of the faith of those people who did see Jesus. Isn't that an awesome thing? So is it possible sometimes to believe in something without having seen it? Yes. Sort of like, we can't see what? The wind, right? But we know, how do we know the wind is there? We can feel it, and sometimes we can see the impact that it has. Were you outside yesterday at all? What was the wind doing? Blowing snow around, blowing branches. So even though we can't see Jesus, we can't see God, I think that we can see the impact of God in Jesus because he helps us to be nice to people. What else does Jesus help us do? He helps us learn. Are there other ways you can look around and see people that you know and say, that person probably knows God, knows Jesus. That person probably believes in Jesus. They have a rosary, that's one sign, yes. There are lots of different ways. Right? We were kind and loving to one another. That's another way that we can help people believe in Jesus, because if they see the impact that he's had on us, then they'll be like, wow, there's something really nice about you. I want to be like you. I want to be kind and loving like you. When we have our back to school fair, when we help other children who don't have enough to get school supplies, or when we give food at our homeless shelter that we serve, or when we give money to help the children who are in an orphanage in Belarus. Those are all things that we do that have an impact. And when people see those kinds of things, they say, ah, that's what Jesus is all about. There must be a God, because those people are really nice. I hope that this week you will think about what you can do to let people know that you believe in Jesus. And you never actually have to say, I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. You might want to say that to some people. I'm not telling you not to say that. But what I'm saying is it matters more that we behave as though we know Jesus. That's a better testimony than anything we say could ever be. Did you agree with that? Okay. All right, well, it's time for Sunday school. So thanks for being so interactive and cooperative today.